He served in the state legislature for 14 years, representing the 78th District, a district he first won back in 1998 when Tammy Baldwin won her bid for Wisconsin's 2nd Congressional District.
Baldwin last night moved on and was elected to Wisconsin's new U.S. Senator. And guess what? Last night, Mark Pocan won Baldwin's old 2nd Congressional seat. Now, Mr. Pocan is going to Washington. Mark joins us now. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Has it sunk in yet?
Not really, although today's the first day in about 17 months that I haven't had the same pace as every other day, so I'm enjoying that.
So what's the first step? What's the first move when you get to Washington?
One of the first things is next week we start training for 6 days, and we've got several weeks of training. It's getting to know all the basic sort of information that we've got to have an office to hire your staff. But it's a good bipartisan training, so I'm really looking forward to meeting. I think it's going to be like 70 new freshmen, something like that. We'll all be coming at the same time, so I'm just looking forward to learning about the job and being ready to hit the ground running.
And all we hear about is gridlock in Washington, right, and the Democrats still are in the minority in Congress. Can anything be done about this?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one of the things that I'm proud of when I had a chance in the legislature is I got to know people on the other side of the aisle. And it took me a while. I didn't do that in the very beginning, but I learned that if you're going to get something done, you really have to work with everyone. And being on the Finance Committee, I've been on every configuration when it was 12 Republicans and 4 Democrats, 8 and 8, and then 12 Democrats, 4 Republicans. So I think I've learned that you really have to get to know other people. So one of my goals is to get to know a freshman Republican right off the bat and become friends, because I just think that way you start to understand the process a little better. You understand the other side, and you don't have to compromise your values, but you have to find compromise. You have to get something done.
Looking back on last night, if you can just reflect, I mean, taking a look at the energy at Monona Terrace, just all the different victories that group remembered and cheered for. I mean, what is your lasting impression about last night?
Well, I think those people who think that Wisconsin is anything but a purple state are a little wrong. I mean, last night we had a really good blue night. In the legislature, we had a pretty good red night. We're just a very purple, unique state. I mean, people are very independent in Wisconsin. So what that should teach us is you really shouldn't go to too much extremes in any way. And I think, hopefully the lesson that they learned in the legislature and the governor is that maybe they went a little too far. They should come back a little. Hopefully one of the things that we'll be able to do at the federal level is, we're going to have a split delegation in the Senate, split delegation in the House. That's good. So let's work together, figure out how we can best, do things for Wisconsin that aren't red or blue, but just, in that purple range.
What's your priority out there if you could have one thing pass?
Well, I think, first priority, without question, just has to be how do you get the economy really back and jump-started? And I think one of the biggest things that's held us back has been losing so many jobs overseas. So whatever we can do to try to get manufacturing jobs back in the U.S., especially down in Rock County where the GM plant is, I mean, that unemployment's twice the state unemployment. So, I want to get my hands dirty, doing that. I want to really start working and figuring out how we can try to bring some manufacturing jobs back and get people back working.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Congressman, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Come back and visit sometime.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Mark, thanks.
And we'll be right back.